exercises. I should do those more often because my body tends to get strained,
All right.
and I have like no energy for most of the day. And I feel tired and weak. I honestly wish that I listened to my gym coaches in school when they told me that I should exercise more. Because I feel fucking awful most days.
I like usually exercise at my campus's
Mhm.
rec center, whatever it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
I mean,
but like the problem is I have like not a bunch of time in between classes, so only exercise for like 20 minutes.
20 minutes isn't that bad. 20 minutes each day is worth it. I mean, I don't expect anybody to exercise for like 2 hours every day, but me, I don't exercise at all, and I should probably start doing it because I feel like I'm dying, just slowly, and I don't
Aren't we
know.
all?
Well, we're all dying slowly, but I feel I shouldn't be feeling like that at the age of
Deep.
20, huh?
Deep.
Yeah, we're all dying inside, man. We're all living in a fucking dream, bro.
An allegory of our inevitable demise.
Yeah, man. It's an allegory for communism, and like, uh,
It's the postmodernist. It's the postmodernist doing this to us. It's
The
Yes.
postmodernists.
Lacey. It's Lacey Green. You know, when you remember how she was relevant like a few years back.
I don't remember her at all. I don't know who she was until she started dating Chris Reagan, to be honest with you. But I mean, like, what's the deal? She does videos on like sex education, and she's dating a guy who doesn't really fall into what do you call it? Left YouTube?
Open-mindedness.
Open
Yeah,
mind?
left tube.
Yeah, left tubes.
Left tube.
Yeah, left tubes. Raritic or whatever. But like Chris Reagan, like the guy's fucking harmless.
The guy is harmless. He is funny though.
Out of all of like the out of all the weird skeptic centric whatever the fuck YouTubers, he's like whatever.
The funniest.
He's like the funnest. He's not here
Yeah.
to harm anybody.
I mean, he did defend John Tron's like racist diatribe.
John Tron's an
We
idiot.
all did.
They all did. John Tron's like, I don't know. He kind of doesn't seem to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's like
He
why
doesn't know what he's talking about. None
No,
of them
why-
know what they're talking about.
No, like why can't America be a white nation? What's wrong with claiming that America should be like he can't debate.
He should be quiet because the people he is like, talking, hanging out with don't consider him white, even though he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like Chris Reagan, I think he's still friends with the skeptic community. Like Andy Worski, he's gone like to the far right.
He hasn't talked about Andy Worski. Andy Worski went on deep end. He literally there's a stream of him literally lighting his nipples on fire and
Yeah.
and while people say racial slurs. I don't think anyone is talking to Andy Worski during
No.
the
Yeah,
I don't know who Andy Worski is.
His friendship ended with Ralph. Yeah, we won't. You'll edit this out, right?
What you're recording? Well, look, like, I think it's okay if we discuss some politics. It's almost impossible to not talk politics nowadays. So if we just talk a little politics, but not talk about it to the point where we become a literal political YouTube, a literal political YouTube podcast, it's fine. I think because we're all like near our 20s or reaching our 20s, right? I think it would make
we're
sense.
all left wingers.
Yeah,
we're all left wingers.
Left wing is more popular on YouTube now to the point where there isn't much backlash.
Well, I don't know.
It's because people aren't as sensitive to left wing politics than they were in 2016, where everyone was SJW if they were left wing, or you had to say, "I'm not like those other liberals. I'm not like those other girls. I don't say other stuff," type of shit.
I think we've all mellowed out now. I think the past 2 or 3 years has just been a fucking shit storm that is like giving us all this like this thousand-eye stare, and now we're becoming open-minded. We're willing to listen to the other side, and I don't think life is as nightmarish as it was in 2016 or 17. We're all I think we can all be in agreement that the 2017 election was a fucking nightmare, right?
2016. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, speaking of open-minded, Star Wars.
It's what
Star
the fuck
Wars.
is going? What the fuck is going on? I try to tell myself. Don't say any dumb shit. Don't say any stupid shit on this podcast. Don't say any shit on this podcast that will make you sound like a complete moron. And what do I do? What do I do? I forget an entire
To be fair,
year.
you invite me on, and you're like, you don't expect stupidity, yet you invite me on.
What the fuck? Who forgets an entire election year?
When you're in college,
Especially one with a raging baboon and the most boring woman of all Earth.
Who forgets that? Who forgets the year that happened?
hell, sometimes I forget that it's April.
You know what? I'm not editing that out. I'm living with my failure.
Same.
I'm living with the stupidity that I sometimes blurt out. Because you know what? I don't think sometimes. And if I edit that out, I'm gonna look like a faker. Yeah, I thought the election happened in 2017. Fuck you. Let's get to Star Wars.
Yay!
I'm just trying to lighten the mood here because we're all quiet. We're all tired. We all love Star Wars. Star Wars Episode 9, the teaser trailer. It is finally here. Wow.
Yeah.
Been...
Yeah.
It is over.
Uh-huh. The wait is over.
It's been a week. It's been a few days, and I had to remind 30-year-olds of what politics were in the first movie.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's like they never watched the movies. God damn.
You know, to be honest with you, I didn't know about the hate toward The Last Jedi until like a week after it came out. Because I saw it the week it came out, I think. I think I might have saw that. And,
I saw it the first night I got back home. I was thinking, man, people are going to be so happy with this movie. It's going to answer everything they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get any more of that Force Awakens shit where everyone was complaining, saying that was the worst movie of all time, and making so many videos on it. And then, bam! The first video I see is like Reption is like the worst movie ever. Fuck The Last Jedi, you know.
Star Wars is ruined.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars just ruined my sexual life.
Oh yeah, I saw. Okay, before they saw The Last Jedi, like I went on Reddit. Like I spoiled the movie for myself, but like what I saw on Reddit was basically, oh man, I can't believe this movie is terrible. Like the hate for The Last Jedi started like as soon as the movie came out. Like on Reddit. The Reddit threads were full of negativity. Like there's a bunch of negativity on the Reddit threads.
And then Mahler makes like his 5-part series, and like he's claiming that like he knows what is objective and what is not, or what's he claiming? He claims that you can objectively call a movie bad, even though that a majority of film criticism is subjective or whatever. And then all these other YouTubers start jumping on the bandwagon because they act like this is the only bad movie of the year. When what else came out that fucking year?
Let me.
What other terrible movie came out last year?
I know that I Hate Everything basically said like all these horrible movies came out this year, and people are complaining about The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
It's fucking people ridiculous. Called him straw manning that. Said he was straw manning when he said that.
But he had a point though. There are plenty of terrible fucking. Let me look at the Rotten Tomatoes scores. All right, let me look here. Worst movies of 2017. What was the worst movie I even saw in 2017? Look at this. Fucking
Emoji,
the
Gears.
Emoji Movie, The Snowman, The Bye Bye Man, Book
Oh,
of Henry, Rings.
Fuck.
These terrible, terrible flicks that came out.
Down fucking sizing.
Oh, downsizing. Man, I actually saw bits of that. What a disappointing drench, man. I mean, that movie tricks you into thinking that it's going to be like this really clever and really really interesting and unique plot, and then it's just fucking boring. Leatherface, you got this fucking terrible Will Ferrell comedy, and like The Last Jedi gets a 5-part critique series. Why? Fucking 50 Shades Darker came out last year, man. Where's the 5-part series on that, Mahler? Huh?
Oh yeah, Chips.
Fucking Chips. Chips. The movie that tried the movie that tried to like ride on the popularity of the 21 Jump Street movies, and the fucking Last Jedi gets a 5-part series. Like, I know people legitimately take Star Wars seriously, about almost too seriously compared to some other fucking movies, but at the end of the day, these are movies about space wizards that are for children, which is fine because I like Dragon Ball, and that's a Japanese cartoon manga series that's for children, and I take it seriously to some aspect. Huh?
Was censored.
Yeah, and I don't fucking know. Why The Last Jedi?
Oh god, I feel like I started this.
Yeah, the hate for The Last Jedi is overblown. Like, I saw the movie, I was expecting, oh, is it going to be bad? And I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'm looking forward to the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to be honest, it's my new favorite Star Wars movie.
I mean, it's a messy movie, but I still enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the hell out of that film. I think I almost teared up during Luke's death scene, and I think, and then when I started listening, because I only saw it once, I didn't really have. I liked it, but I didn't really want to go see it again. You know what I mean? And it's only until I started watching like the critique videos on YouTube where it's like, well, I'm starting to see the problem. Yeah, that was an issue. Yeah, that might have been. I see why that could have affected people. But from a subjective standpoint, I legitimately like The Last Jedi as a movie. I consider it my 3rd favorite Star Wars film.
I mean, there's criticism and then there's nitpicking.
And there's a lot to nitpick about The Last Jedi.
Exactly.
A lot of the humor, there's a lot you can critique about The Last Jedi. A lot of the humor sort of fell flat in places. Not all the characters really. Some of the characters started the movie one way and sort of ended it the same, and then ultimately its message of letting go of the past kind of falls flat, considering that we're sort of back to the basics again. But the themes and ideas that the movie brings up are really interesting, and I found a lot of the action sequences pretty engaging, and I found Daisy Ridley's acting improved a lot from The Force Awakens. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it is. It isn't that bad.
We all just got really silent.
We all just got. What the fuck are we here to talk about?
We're here to talk about
the Star Wars
episode
news.
9.
Episode 9.
Fallen Order.
Wait, the name of episode 9 is Fallen Order?
No, Rise of the
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
I know.
Rise of Skywalker.
I need some water. I need to. I wish there was like a pause feature on like OBS so we could pause for a second and then get water.
No, you have to like re-download it. I mean, you have to restart the recording.
Uh-huh. We're off topic. Okay. Star Wars Celebration Chicago has begun, and we're on the 2nd day here, and we have just gotten to the release of the first teaser trailer, the first trailer for Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker.
Woo!
We made it, people. 9 fucking movies. 40 years. My God. Um, you know, this happens every Star Wars movie year. Um, there's a new Star Wars movie that's coming out. On
Christmas.
On Christmas. There's a celebration for it. The cast comes out. There's laughs and cheers, and a bunch of devout fans go to Celebration. They watch the trailer. We all speculate on it, and then the movie comes out. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Except for the last one, where a lot of people really fucking hate it, and a lot of people really kind of liked it. And then I see a Star Wars movie. I really enjoy it. I'm like, haha, I had some issues there, had some problems with this. But ultimately, yeah, great Star Wars movie. And then the fucking hate comes out. And then I begin to hate this franchise, and then I'm out of it. And then the cycle continues.
Yeah, like I cannot to be honest, for the last like few months, I had to get away from the Star Wars fandom because it's just too much.
It's too much. And it's like it's too much on both sides. There's one side that loves it too much, and there's one side that really and the hate is just really unwarranted. And it's like, come on, guys. Like setting actors death threats.
Yeah,
Making them
but
delete
let's
their
continue
Instagram
with
accounts and Twitter accounts.
Yeah, let's continue about being excited about the episode
Well, let's
9.
continue. Let's
Yeah.
not get into depression.
Send death threats to the character, not the actor.
Well, no. Let's not send
Fuck, why
death
not
to
just the
anybody.
character? That's like sociopathic right there.
None of
Okay.
the characters are that bad.
No, they're not. Okay.
Rose is actually just kind of mad, but she did one dumb action. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Rise of Skywalker. So, from the trailer, it opens up with like, for whatever reason, it opens up much like The Last Jedi, with breathing or Luke telling her to breathe or whatever, and with narration by Luke. Like all these past few Star Wars trailers have had narrations by Luke, and we find Rey on another desert planet with similar gear to what she wore in The Force Awakens, and a star cruiser that kind of looks like a TIE fighter but not, is racing toward Rey. She ignites her. Is that Luke's lightsaber?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So she fixes it.
She fixes it. I think we might see that in the movie. I hope. I'm actually hoping that we finally get to see how a lightsaber is built, because that's an element
We
that I've
already
always...
seen that.
No. I mean in the films.
Oh.
Yeah. Because otherwise there's that one deleted scene with Luke in Return of the Jedi. But and then we cut to all these different random images. We find Finn with a brand new haircut, Poe sort of legit looking like Nathan Drake, and lots of course we have scenes of the Millennium Falcon, because that's always one of the great benefits of these movies, because I just love seeing the Falcon on screen. Lando's fucking back, and Billy D. Williams is collecting a paycheck. His first paycheck in decades, and
He's having a good time.
He's having a damn good time. He looks like he's having the time of his life. And of course, the trailer ends with the trio finally together, possibly on the planet of Endor, finding a remnant of the second Death Star in a giant sea, lake, ocean, and then you cheated not only the game but yourself.
Oh no!
Chief Palpatine is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hello, boys. I'm back.
Guess
Like,
who's
man,
back? Back
man, you were
again.
Oh shit,
Palpatine's
you're right.
back. Tell
Yes,
a
he's
friend.
back. Yeah. It's legit the Slim Shady. Like, somebody should just put the Slim Shady song at the end of the trailer and get like 1,000 likes on Twitter.
Oh damn!
Because that's how memes work on Twitter now. And the Emperor Palp, that is like the most insane thing that I've that's happened to this franchise in a long while, and I honestly don't know how to feel about it. But of course, we don't actually know that he's back, do we?
So, do you want to do some speculating on how he could be back?
Well, before we get to the speculating, I first want to speculate on what exactly is the plot of this film and what is the meaning of the Rise of Skywalker. Anyone want to go first?
Well, I've kind of got like a thought of what the
Mhm.
Rise of Skywalker is. I've
Mhm.
mentioned this before, but I think it'll be a title,
Mhm.
like how Jedi is a title, but
Mhm.
it's like Skywalker instead, and that might be the new name for like Gray Jedi or something.
Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Oh. Hmm.
Like
Because
Return of the Jedi is basically bringing the balance back to the Force,
Mhm.
not only from Luke but from Darth Vader.
Mhm. Because this franchise has always been about the Skywalker legacy. They are the most important family in the universe, and almost all the fucked up shit that has happened in the galaxy has been a result of either their meddling or resistance. And perhaps the rise of Skywalker could mean either that Ben Solo is going to redeem himself somehow, and perhaps I actually like that idea that the Jedi sort of take a new name, or like the Jedi have ended, as the last film implied, right? They're dead. They're all gone now, and the teachings have all been passed down to a new generation, which was to be which was probably implied by Broom Boy at the end, who has the who we saw had the Force. Of course, one of my friends had an issue with that ending because he said it looked like a commercial for Disney World. But
What does that
Damn.
mean?
well, I don't know. I guess it's the way it's framed. It's like it's like you could honestly just take you could just take that part where he walks out the door, and you could like sort of fade in, and then you could add your own voiceover. Like, has your child ever wanted to be a Jedi? Has he ever wanted to explore galaxies and other worlds?
I
And
see what you mean.
and then as he like looks up to the sky, and then you could add like the fucking the binary sunset.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and and like you could see Mickey Mouse as like a star constellation. Well, bring your child to Disney World, where he'll find that all his dreams can come true. Buy your tickets today.
But okay, should I say my theory for the movie?
Yeah, sure.
My
Yeah,
plot.
sure.
Okay, so the Rise of the Skywalker. I know that Kylo at the end of the Last Jedi he kills Snoke, so it could be about his rise to power and maybe his redemption.
Mm-hmm. Could it be that Palpatine forces him and Rey to work together?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
See, my thing about Palpatine is I don't think he's actually going to come back. I think he's just going to be according to like the new stuff within the Star Wars canon. They get Darksiders they can become like spirit ghost force, but they are connected to this one. They're connected to objects.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Palpatine is connected to that piece of a Death Star right there, like in the trailer.
And to be honest with you, what the trailer gave me was, and I suppose this is to be expected because I think Star Wars is all about parallels and things happening all over again in some aspects. But the trailer did give me some Jedi vibes, Return of the Jedi vibes, because I'm guessing the movie opens with the trio on a mission, right? They're on a mission to go do something or go get something, and it takes them to this desert planet, and also and it seems like they're also going and because I was looking at some of the pictures at Celebration, it also looks like they're going to a terrain that's really forest heavy, and and it involves the second Death Star in some aspect. Um, I do think that that while the movie is opening up for some new adventures to happen, I also do think that they're backtracking a little in terms of what the Last Jedi set up, which I suppose is to be feared, which I sort of feared because I suppose the reaction to the Last Jedi basically made Disney say, "Okay, we need to rethink our strategy because that was a nightmare." But of course, it made $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
It broke the box office.
Yeah, people say it's a failure or dumb.
It was not a failure. I think it honestly got more people excited for Star Wars now more than ever. As a matter of fact, let me look at the official. Let me look at the views for Rise of Skywalker.
Didn't Solo
it's
underperform
14 million last time I saw, and that's not normal for a Star Wars thing or even a Marvel thing. They're usually like at least 20 million by the hour.
15 million.
15 million views. I don't think this franchise is stopping anytime soon. I don't think the success of this. I don't think The Last Jedi was so bad to the point that people will lose interest in this property.
No, it's because we're all going, "Aw, shit, here we go again," and we're going back into our fucking seats in the theater.
But the thing is, The Last Jedi didn't make me hate Star Wars. As a matter of fact, it made me feel like maybe you could. Well, now I don't know how they're going to end it, and in some ways that can be good, in some ways that can be bad, and that's just the thing, right? I'm just waiting for more.
To be honest, I have no idea what they're going to do with this movie as well, because I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Snake,
just because it has like possibly Tatooine or Jakku and maybe a jungle planet. It seems more jungle than it was forest. It just also it had a planet. I'm not sure if it's the same planet, but it definitely looks like a different planet, especially since it's more darker and stuff. It does not look like Endor or Yavin. I just have no idea how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
This is the end of like a 9-part saga, and our technical main villain is dead. What's left is like Kylo Ren, who's sort of like a main villain, and then Rey. It's like what is her character going to end up as? You know what I mean? Who's she going to? What is she leading to?
Maybe she'll always be a nobody that'll die, and I don't know. I have no idea. They would love those fanboys, those men, those guys that hate her would love that.
Yeah, but my guess is what's gonna happen with the Death Star is like Kylo gets on the planet, he touches the Death Star, and he gets a vision of the Emperor, just like Rey touched the lightsaber and got visions of Obi-Wan.
And from what I've read, J.J. Abrams says that there's more to Rey's lineage, and I'm like, oh, fuck, come on! I had no issues. Huh?
They're just probably gonna make her like some, "Oh, you're the chosen one."
I'm guessing that they're going to go all Anakin with her and say that she's a manifestation of the Force. When the Emperor and Plagueis, which I think might be canon, created Anakin way back when, they also left another piece that sort of was flying around the galaxy until it spawned inside just a couple of drunks, as Kylo once said, and then just gave birth to her. Sort of just ruining.
This sounds so awful, to be honest. The way you explain it, though, it just sounds so awful. I mean, I'm pretty sure they could be able to do something better than that, even with this suggestion of Force, like she's the manifestation of the light side of the Force and stuff. It's like,
and I really hope they don't do that.
Know.
I mean, they gotta explain why she's so powerful.
She's so powerful because fuck you. That's why.
Yeah.
She's
Become more
well. It's like
powerful
Luke.
than any.
Luke blew up a fucking $1 billion space station on his
Yeah.
first try. All right, like the only problem with Rey is I don't think that she's as interesting
Yeah.
as
I don't like
Luke
Luke, to
was.
be honest.
No,
No, I just think that the whole like goody two shoes trope has done better. People have done that better, and also Mark Hamill wasn't a good actor back then.
whoa,
So-
whoa,
He
Whoa.
wasn't. He wasn't a good actor back then.
Oh,
He
he
just
was-
stared at things as
Delivered.
emotion.
what? Like his performance in Empire and Return of the
He
Jedi.
like creepy cult member. That's what that's what I get from Return of the Jedi.
He's a creepy cult member.
The only time he was like really good, like decent, was like when he was screaming to death on that one scene.
It's the hero's journey. He's gone
It's,
through the.
yeah, it's the hero's journey. Like, congratulations, Star Wars! You were able to do the hero's journey, the most basic Star Wars, not basic Star Wars, but the most basic plot thing you can do. You did it the best. Good job. You did boring the best.
What boring? No. Luke in the Return of the Jedi finally came onto his own, and he.
As creepy cult member.
No. As well realized and a well realized, responsible and composed individual.
He did try to convert Leia.
He did try to convert Leia into his creepy ass cult.
Yes, he did.
Leia,
come on and join me. I'm not the only one. That's how he spoke during most of the movie, by the way.
Manny, you were about to say something?
The Jabba's palace scene that somehow he plotted everything to go the way he planned it, just so that he could just slam the heck out of some guards with his lightsaber.
That was his like cult powers right there.
The planet of Return of the Jedi was the dumbest fucking planet I've ever seen in fiction. There's a lot of issues with that movie, isn't there?
And Luke acting like a crazy cult member is one of them.
He's not acting like a crazy cult member. He's acting like a well-composed, compromised individual. And he completed his training with Yoda, right? And he's...
Yeah, he completed his training, but he looks dead inside.
No, he doesn't look dead inside. He looks like he knows what he's doing now. Like that scene
Leia,
where he fucking...
come join me. Join me on this path of the light side.
This is not an ASMR podcast.
This is not an ASMR Star Wars The Last Jedi rant.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. It's the only way. I still love that line. That is probably the most memorable line in this entire new fucking trilogy. People say that there's nothing to like meme. It's like, is that really what we want from these movies? We want memes?
Yeah,
you can make a meme.
Yeah, I want. There is the whole going back to Jakku meme.
Oh yeah, that's like there's some jokes here. There's some memorable jokes.
The traitor meme.
Oh yeah, traitor. Like there's some shit there, you know. There's some funny.
Oh yeah, the sacred texts.
Yeah, it's like here's what I expect from these movies. I'm not expecting Oscar-worthy shit. I'm expecting a damn good time in the theater. I'm expecting Flash Gordon levels of basic shit, but also at the same time, I don't treat them as if they're the greatest thing ever made. I treat them as if they're, like I said, they're Flash Gordon serials. I'm going to see them in the theater to have a good time because I enjoy them. They're simple, they're basic, and usually they make me feel good. And I like the world. I like the politics that it brings up. I like the same way I like the Lord of the Rings. It's just a damn good time at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fallen Order.
No, we're not done yet.
Oh.
what was I about to say? What is going to go on with Finn? Is he and Rose still a thing?
He's
Is
going
Rose
to
even
get
in
his
this?
dick sucked by Rose, Poe, and Rey.
Oh yeah, Finn. Everybody wants to fuck Finn, right?
No,
Definitely Rey.
Didn't Rey?
Except for Rey.
Wasn't Rey not interested? Like she pretty much ignored him, like friend zoned him or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, then she gives him a kiss, like when he like passed out.
And then there's that last shot in The Last Jedi where Finn is sort of counseling Rose while she's passed out from like the dumbest fucking decision ever made.
We
And
fight for who we love.
the fucking resistance
He
base
just got
blows up.
really
That's how we will win.
drunk at that kiss.
Not fighting what we hate, saving what we love.
And then the fucking resistance base entrance blows up right behind. and like and then
Good
like
job.
and then there's that shot of like Finn counseling Rose, and then it sort of cuts to Rey looking at them like,
Damn it.
okay.
Damn, they look nice together. And then fucking Poe comes over. Hi, girl. It's like I think it's these these four people just want to fuck each other.
They're like hormone adult teenagers and they want to fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There's so many,
Originally,
Who was the only adult?
Originally, it was going to be Poe and Finn instead of Finn and Rose. It's supposed to be Poe and Finn, like, finding the code breaker.
Which would have been fun. It would have just been two dude. I mean, not that I have a problem with Rose, but, like, Poe is, like, a more established character. And if you gave them something to do, you could have had, like, Poe and Finn sort of butting heads. It's like, yeah, we got along that one time, but it's like, now we really have to hang out with each other and work together. And like Finn could have sort of came onto his own and realized that there's more to being like there's more to the galaxy than his problems. And like through like those orphan children, he could have realized it's like, man, there are people like me out there who are like suffering.
Rose could have punched Holdo instead.
Like and
you
then
actually like he used that as a real like, oh yeah, that could definitely happen. No, I was joking. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. you don't like my plot idea?
I think Lando was supposed to be in it instead of DJ.
Oh,
But
well, here's my thing.
Lando would betray the characters again, though, and I guess they didn't want to do that.
I'm not doing.
Yeah, let's have some stranger do it again.
I'm not claiming that I'm
the same thing as he did in Empire.
Yeah,
no,
basically.
I'm not doing the same. I'm not doing the whole like I could have wrote a better movie, or I'm judging this movie based on what I wanted to see. I'm just saying that like we know who Poe is, and like I think with like someone like Finn, he's had an established connection with, might have been for a better plot. Is all I'm saying.
Hold up.
Oh, by the way, Poe and Holdo had some type of hatred that should be released physically in a different way.
Mariah. Like fucking Laura Dern is like 70.
I don't care if she was younger. You know there would be a rated R on the fucking back of that box. You want to fuck so hard.
Why does it always come to this with you? It's always fucking and ball cock torch.
I still want a released canon video of Bulma and Vegeta fucking.
Who the fuck put that? Oh wait, you know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of Shaun of the Dead. Like, who put this on? It's on random. I don't want any violent fucking in my Star Wars. When the Game of Thrones guys make that Star Wars trilogy, I don't want like some like Sansa Stark type just like bare ass like dick to dick hard pound fucking in my Star Wars movie. Okay. These
I
movies
thought they were dead ass gonna fucking I dead ass thought Emilia Clarke and Han Solo were gonna fuck in Solo.
like we were gonna get some like hardcore closet fucking, and like Lando's checking.
Yeah, I dead ass thought they were about to.
And like when like Lando's checking his capes, right? He's like, "Hey, yo, what's all this crusty shit on my capes? Yo, who the fuck me in here, Han? Han, what the fuck you doing in my closet?"
Wait, oh yeah, but speaking of Star Wars, I think I found something. I think I...
I'm a dead-ass kick you out into hyperspace.
He basically dead-ass leaves him.
Okay, there's an entire Star Wars Wikipedia page on pornography.
Okay, let's move on.
No, I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it.
Okay,
no,
okay.
I am in charge. I am God.
Okay. There's a new girl.
Okay, all right. Okay, this is not canon anymore. But okay, in Zero BBY, a Snivian patron of Chalmun's Cantina on Tatooine approached the Corellian smuggler Han Solo with a shipment of holographic hut pornography that had to be delivered to the inhabitants of the Corellian system. Okay, so that's, that used to be canon.
I'm gonna make it canon again.
Well, in Rogue One, you had like that Twilight dance that Gunji was masturbating to.
Its first appearance was in the Star Wars Holiday Special. That was I guess that was actual Star Wars porn because it's in the it's on Wikipedia.
We all knew that was fucking porn.
Okay.
That's enough.
Okay, back on topic. There's a new cast member. There's a black lady. She was at the
Gianna.
panel. Gianna. Is that her name? Gianna? Okay.
Her character's name is Gianna. It's like Gianna, something around there.
Mm-hmm. And she meets up with the group, and like there's a new slug character who my friend, a local Metropolis Pictures employee, Chuck Williams, has dubbed. Actually, I forgot the name. Let me check her Facebook messengers. Okay, what do they call him? The new slug creature, Claude, or whatever his name is. Claude.
My boy.
Our boy Claude. Look at that sexy ass motherfucker right there.
Looking forward to seeing the movie.
Chuck William appropriately, affectionately called him Grendel Falafafishon. Falafafish son. Yeah. And we've been Grendel Falafafish son. And we've been affectionately calling him that for the past few weeks or so, ever since that poster was leaked.
Yeah, and, but it's short for, but Claude is just short for that. So.
Okay, so it's Claude Grendel Falafafish son.
No, there's Claude somewhere in there, but it's just short. Claude is just his short name, God.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing C-3PO with the crossbow.
Oh yeah, like C-3PO is fucking packing heat. He's not fucking around now.
He's tired of those people's shit. He's about to blow their heads off. You know, he's gonna turn on the trio. You've treated me like shit for three sagas right now. I'm going to destroy you.
Hey Finn, want to hear the odds of you surviving a want to hear the odds of you surviving a 30-foot fall? No, too bad. Fucking bowcast him off a fucking cliff.
You know, I would actually watch a movie where.
Then he like. What?
I would actually watch a movie where C-3PO massacres the entire Star Wars cast, not just like a sequel. I mean all of them, like every character in the Star Wars universe.
Oh yeah, there is an evil version of C-3PO and R2-D2 in like the Darth Vader comics.
I don't like that. I read that and I don't like it. It's like, oh come on, why? Well, of course, it's like Darth Vader just wants like a representation of his old friends back. So he's got to have like an evil Darth Vader. No. So now he's got to have an evil C-3PO and R2-D2. It's pandering, folks. We can tell better stories with our Star Wars material than that. But all right,
I feel like the mind's eye. Evil C-3PO. I really want to read this comic. I have a feeling in my head, he's going to sound like that creepio guy from like the parodies.
Oh, from fucking Aeronauts?
Yeah.
Hi, children. I need flesh, Father. Why have you not given me flesh? Why? And like he creates like an assimilation, like what does he call it? The assimilation engine, where he like turns
the singularity engine.
The singularity engine, where he turns half the fucking galaxy into like half man, half robots or something.
The singularity engine. And like Grievous is a survivor of that singularity engine.
All right, let's get you clean. Let's get you clean. I honestly, that part where like he's yelling at Anakin had me dying for like 10 minutes. Like, what the hell did you just say to me? I had to smack the shit out of you.
General Grievous in that parody is so like human. It's weird.
It's so perfect. It's like, it's not hard to write a Star Wars movie. All right, plenty of people have done it. It's like
this is just proof of them doing it.
It's just proof of them doing it. Like, I would not mind a Star Wars comedy. Would you guys?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. That's why I wish Lord Chris Miller.
The micro series was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. They had that one CGI one. What was it?
Star Wars Detours.
Uh-huh.
Detours. Star Wars Detours.
All right, back to Rise of Skywalker before we finish up with Fallen Order.
We could also talk about the briefly about the Disney streaming service and Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And anything else we want to talk about? Rise of Skywalker.
I want to fuck Claude.
Yeah, I want to fuck Claude too. Let's all just have one big fucking gangbang on Claude.
Claude.
Get his legs, his antennas, and shit. We'll hump, dry, sniff, whatever.
Claude.
You weren't supposed to respond like that. You were supposed to get angry. God damn it.
Star Wars.
Hope I can get some Huddies holographic Claude porn.
I think I'm just too used to it now. Spooky. You're not the only one who does that to me. Anytime people bring up sex, I'm like, what the fuck? No. It's funny. But I have to break the mold every now and then.
Fair enough.
What the fuck has this podcast become? We're talking about having a gangbang.
Claude.
Claude.
Oh yeah, Jar Jar got laid while Luke died a virgin.
Oh yeah, Luke died a fucking virgin. That's depressing.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Marjay could still be canon. Sometime.
Yeah, because I know that they cast some actress as like a female Jedi, possibly.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
She doesn't look like a female Jedi, and also, wouldn't she be older if she was with Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Who's? I forgot her name. Let me.
Carrie Russell.
Yeah,
Carrie
yeah.
Russell's like.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking to Twitter right now, and there's this one tweet that says, "Ian McDiarmid, sell me on the Rise of Skywalker." Ian McDiarmid, I'm a messy bitch who lives for drama. Funny. So have we run out of a list of Star Wars characters in the Rise of Skywalker we want to fuck? Are we out of it now? Can we move on?
Yeah.
Can we move?
I still want to talk about what I essentially want to do to Claude.
Okay, let's move on from Claude.
Yeah.
I
Claude.
bet he's squishy.
Okay, Claude as well as Finn are like the most eligible bachelors in Star Wars. We all want to fuck them. We all want to screw them. We all want to touch them. We all want to hump, dry, sniff, whatever.
Should the title of this podcast be something related to Claude?
Yeah. Oh
Yes,
yeah. The Rise of Skywalker.
Local woman wants to fuck Claude.
The Rise of Skywalker, or Why Everyone Wants to Fuck Claude.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm putting Claude in the thumbnail. I want to talk about the new droid, Dio, and like, what the fuck is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Dio.
Like BB-8's got a new friend, and it's called he or she is called Dio, and like, but seriously, Dio, and like, what the fuck is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Who the fuck is Dio?
Dio, he's like a childhood, not a childhood friend. He's like JoJo's adopted, Jonathan Joestar's adopted brother.
Who the fuck is that?
He's like a British guy. Well, he was a child. He's a kid at the time, and like Dio's dad is a huge, like, he's just evil. Dio's dad, like, and
something with a mask.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I recommend that you watch it.
Okay, because I'm like, something about Fanta Blood or Magic Dust Crusaders or Magic Snow or Magic Cocaine Crusaders or wherever the fuck.
You'll have to watch like the rest on like Crunchyroll or something, or
okay.
It's on Hulu. Like all most of the seasons.
I like the little droid called D.O. He looks cute. He looks fun.
Yeah.
I like the cute black chick that they casted. And let's not get into fucking. You know, this is getting better than we expected. I was afraid that we were all going to be tired and sort of out of it, but
we're fucking drunk.
We're fucking. It sounds like we're fucking drunk, and we're talking about how we want to fuck Claude.
No, actually, I want to fuck Claude. You guys are just trying to steal my thunder.
Yeah, we just get to stand and watch.
Yeah, no, okay.
Of course
Let's...
you're gonna stand and watch. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
All right, this is a Christian podcast, and there shall be no talk of voyeur here. Okay.
Excuse me, but my atheist fedora is saying otherwise, and this is full of sin now.
Oh god, I gotta get Chuck. How long has it been since I made a Chuck Williams video? I gotta make one of these days, honestly.
Chuck motherfucking Williams.
Chuck motherfucking Williams, the baddest motherfucker.
My man.
My man.
You could do something related to Star Wars, maybe.
Something like that.
Like that'd get views.
Just like put circles around the thumbnail and you'll get views.
Yeah, an arrow. Oh. Yeah, that's how I got views. Like I put an arrow in my most popular videos.
Maybe I should do that as a joke. I should put like top 10 Star Wars characters who want to fuck Claude with like the red arrow and the circle everywhere.
Claude is thumbnail material.
Yeah, Claude is thumbnail material. All just pointing at fucking Claude.
You're just like every one of them is just me, but a different like alien type.
You duplicate.
Okay, so it's great to see Ian McDermott back. There's part of me hoping that Hayden Christensen is back in some way, and they're just letting his reveal
Be more
uh
secret.
yeah, be more secret, because that's gonna be a really fucking surprise. Because honestly, the only person I think who can turn Kylo back to where he was is either the ghost of Leia or fucking
Ray.
or Rey, or the ghost of Anakin, because Anakin seems to be the one he has a close connection with, despite the fact that he's never met him in his life. He's the guy he's been trying to emulate for all these years, and otherwise there's not much for me to say. That's just based on speculation. I'm wondering as to how Lando plays into the plot.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
Palpatine should fuck Claude.
Okay. Jedi. Let's move on. The Rise of Skywalker. I can't wait till it comes out to see it, and then like people like Mahler and all the other like overly critical YouTubers out there start shitting on it, and then we all get depressed and
Do it.
Okay, let's. Nobody wants to fuck Claude. Let's stop fucking Claude. Fuck Claude.
I want to fuck Claude. I want to put my sensual lips on his tentacle.
No more Claude.
On his what? On his what?
Let's stop. Okay.
Those things on his faces. I think those are his penises.
Can we not? Can we not?
Claude, but Claude is all about those milk aliens on
fucking Octu or whatever.
Octu, yeah.
He got some big old titties.
Okay.
He goes to the club and he sees those aliens.
Claude wants those big old Octu titties.
Yeah.
Let's move on. All right. I got an idea. I'm gonna have to cut this part out, but let's all watch the Fallen Order trailer at the same time and give an assessment of the footage, because I have to remind myself as to what I just watched like an hour ago.
All right.
So, all right, let's just do that. We'll cut this out.
Trust no one. Trust only in the Force.
So we just finished watching the trailer, and that's probably my third time watching it today. I started picking up on some things that I didn't notice before, and who wants to go first?
He's the most pastiest motherfucker I've ever seen.
He's the most whitest, pastiest, like white bread motherfucker in all of Star Wars, and he's a ginger to boot.
Yeah, he is.
He's a fucking ginger. I can't believe it. We have besides Mara Jade, but there's not many gingers in Star Wars.
General Hux.
What's with all these fucking
Hux.
humans, man?
Oh yeah, we can't. There's too many human main characters in Star Wars, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's never any I want
all the protagonists are humans.
I mean, I enjoyed the fact that Hera in Rebels was a Twilight, because that's interesting, and I honestly would not mind the next Star Wars movie focusing on a Twilight, because for whatever reason I think they're the most alien. They're the easiest alien species you can tell a story around of, because of the fact that they're so recognizable. But we're here to talk about Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I thought it was gonna be a character creation, type of thing.
Oh.
Jedi Academy.
I've never played Jedi Academy.
I have a bunch of Star Wars games on my. I think I have Jedi. Do I have Jedi Academy?
What were you saying, Mariah?
I thought it was going to be character creation. I'm kind of bummed that is, and since they said to live your Jedi fantasy, it's this is my fantasy. This is also This is someone else's story. This is like Cal Chuchesta's story, whatever the fuck his name is.
His name is Cal Kestis, according to the Star Wars Facebook page that I'm looking at right now.
No, it's Cal Chucheska.
So
Is it?
Anthony Fantano's roommate.
I'm glad you understand my reference.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Anthony Fantano, he has this like character in his reviews named Cal Cachesta.
Oh, okay. It's a reference. My mistake. I'm sorry. I didn't get that. It's a reference. Maybe link me to one of his videos. Maybe I'll check him out. But so Jedi Fallen Order is the latest game from publisher EA Star Wars, and also it's this time it's being done by it's being distributed by Respawn. Who was it that did Battlefront?
DICE.
The people who I think DICE, the guys who do
DICE.
Battlefield.
And to be honest with you, Respawn they did Apex Legends and Titanfall, both games I've enjoyed in the past.
They also did that game where you that one Call of Duty game where you which was very controversial because you go into a Russian airport and shoot everyone.
Oh shit, that's like one of the best ones.
Yeah, they did that when they were working with Activision.
Yeah, it's one of the rare few games that allows you to live out your terrorist fantasies. Oh, I hope I'm not ending up on some. I hope I'm not ending up on some fucking list because of that.
I'm already on a few lists, and that's just from this podcast.
Oh shit.
What?
Nothing. So, the story is about a last surviving member of one of the last surviving members of the Jedi Order after the purge of Order 66. This character was apparently a Padawan during the purge, and he is currently on the run. From what I've gathered from the trailer, he's living his life. And according to the panel that I watched, or bits of the panel that I watch, he's a part of some kind of construction guild or scrapping guild, and it seems like his identity has been revealed after he saves that one alien that kind of looks like the alien from The Force Awakens that was part of Poe's Black Squadron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It probably has a name, but the species name, but
A what?
I don't know, it's fucking Prouf.
Is that his name, or is that just the name of the species?
Yeah, it's like Prauf.
Prof. All right. They like I remember like the Arabic letters on his helmet or whatever had some kind of reference to the Beastie Boys, like born to ill, like born to kill. According to the Facebook page, it's an action adventure game set after Revenge of the Sith, where you develop your Force abilities, hone your lightsaber techniques, and explore the ancient mysteries of a long-lost civilization, all while staying one step ahead of the Empire and its deadly Inquisitors, who are finally making it into the canon outside of Rebels.
Yeah, I thought those were Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like one Inquisitor that apparently like she's like the main Inquisitor that I mentioned her before, the second sister.
Mm-hmm.
She according to them, she's extremely intelligent and she's after Cal.
So we were talking about this earlier, but what is the name of the sister in Rebels?
Oh, the seventh sister.
Okay, and she's the one voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, people thought she was like Barris for some reason, even though they're just the same species.
You meant okay, so that's what you meant earlier. You thought that the seventh sister in Rebels was Barriss Offee.
No, I didn't. I don't think the seventh sister is Barriss
no, but
Offee.
that's what other people are assuming.
Yeah, she's not a Barriss Offee. People also think that the second sister is going to be Barriss Offee too, and it's like, no, she's not. Fuck off. And if she is, Respawn, go fuck yourself. Go back and watch the Clone Wars and learn from your mistakes.
She died in a novel.
Did she?
Yeah, she teamed up with let me see. I'll search Wikipedia. I haven't read it.
Only thing I remember about Barra Sophia is like that one part of Attack of the Clones and some of those episodes of the Clone Wars where
no, not Barra Sophie. No, I confused her with
Ventress. You're thinking of Ventress.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So odds are Barra Sophie could possibly make an appearance in this game. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of Star Wars characters that could make an appearance in this game. You could bring out...
I'm tired of all these Jedi still being alive. Fucking kill them all, goddamn.
Well, I'm tired of it because, honestly, it's going to become a very repetitive story. Because, honestly, his backstory sort of sounds like...
Every OC's... OCs, you know, Jedi. They're little Jedi. What they create... People create, like, oh, well, she survived or he survived the Jedi Order 66. Her friends died, but except with her one friend and her other friend, and we're all Jedi, and we just live, and we run away from the Empire. You know, that stuff.
And it might get kind of annoying because, you know, that story's been told time and time again, and it's probably going to keep getting told, and we might get kind of sick of it. But otherwise, there's not much for me to say about this game other than the fact that I'm glad it's not being made by DICE. I'm glad that it's a single-player action game because I've begun to realize that's what I prefer to play nowadays. Just a game that I can just finish and then sell off to eBay or whatever, or bring back to GameStop. But I like some of the Easter eggs in the trailer that I saw.
Yeah, the game looks really fun.
I think the Second Sister's design looks kind of cool. It's interesting to see that because that's technically like a Rebel design now being brought into live action. So I guess some of the elements of Rebels.
I'm glad she doesn't have those spinny sword lightsabers.
Those were fucking dumb. I hated those. I can't say that the main character. I can't really speak about him other than the fact that he's a fucking Venger. He's no. I have no problem with him being white. My only issue.
No, I'm kidding.
I know. I know you're joking. My only issue with him is that he's a fucking ginger.
It's like me saying white. Oh, that's bad. But ginger, making fun of gingers.
Yes.
You're just racist.
Yes, I'm racist against red-haired people. If that's even a fucking race. But no, he just looks like a dude. He's from the Gotham show.
Yeah.
Really. His actor.
Cameron. Is it like Cameron?
I gotta go.
Oh, you have to go?
Alright, I guess.
Yeah, I have to go.
I guess we can end it.
Not yet. We'll talk about it some more.
No, I'll just... you guys can talk. I'll just...
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
We'll just talk about it for a few minutes more and then we'll end it.
Right.
Yeah.
What's his name? Cameron Monaghan?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna play like an older Joker, I think, in the Gotham finale.
That's interesting.
Oh, he was in Shameless.
Oh, was he? I've never seen that show. I'm just familiar with Emily Rosamund because she played Bulma in Dragon Ball Evolution, where she's she's a very pretty lady. I like that we're seeing the transition from like the stormtroopers, the troopers from the Republic to the troopers that are in the OT trilogy. I think some of the costume design looks interesting. And one shot of the trailer, it looks like they're cutting apart a Republic cruiser and a Republic battle cruiser, and it looks like Cal here ends up finding an abandoned Jedi starfighter, and that looks like the Jedi Order insignia there, and it seems like an astromech droid that's dead. Otherwise, there's not much for me to say other than I'm glad that we're getting a story-driven Star Wars game again, because the annoying amount of multiplayer, like Battlefront 1 was just like this weird multiplayer that felt unfinished and a bit uneven, and Battlefront 2, while having a single player mode, felt very forgettable and just felt like a
Both
story
games
that
felt
didn't need to be told.
unfinished.
Huh? It also felt unfinished. It felt like a half-assed story that didn't even need to be told. And to be honest with you, I think this obsession with keeping a consistent canon is sort of holding Star Wars back in a way. Anybody else have anything to add?
Not really.
Manny?
No, not really.
Otherwise, I think that Respawn is bringing something. I like the design of these new troopers. I think they're called Purge Troopers or something. I do find the amount of troopers that are showing up a bit ridiculous, but I think what we might be in store for a pretty interesting Star Wars game. Whether or not it might be good is we won't know that until we finally get to November. I believe it says November 15th, 2019, which is, I think, around the same time as The Mandalorian, which is also premiering tomorrow. I think the trailer comes out tomorrow, right, man? Right, Shade?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's a day one on the streaming service, so it'll come out on the 12th.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is Daniel Plainview of Metropolis Pictures signing off. This has been a short. How long have we been recording?
An hour 14 minutes.
It's been this was supposed to be a short episode, but we've extended it to an hour and 14 minutes. And this has been a special Star Wars podcast episode. We might be back soon to discuss other Star Wars news like The Mandalorian, and I think with Nolan here and everyone else here that we can have a longer episode. So this is Daniel of Metropolis Pictures signing off, and have a wonderful day.